prison. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Jimmy.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this.
What's going on? What's going on, Jimmy?
Oh man, ain't nothing, my brother. Everything good?
Man, everything is everything, man. Yo, man, talk to me, man. I can hear it in your voice already, man. Like, yo, this shit is crazy, man.
Well, liars always be liars, and when people always listen to rappers, that's what they gonna get. They gonna get a bunch of lies, right? Especially lying-ass rappers.
Yo.
But at the end of the day, I'm well and fine, brother.
You good, right? And that joint is a false rumor, right?
False rumor all the way, man. I've been down 15 years, and ain't nothing to me, man. And so, and let's make sure that people are clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never been to no PC. I ain't never been ran up. Nothing ain't never happened to me. No, I ain't never even had an argument since I've been down.
Moving forward, I'm going to take you through all his documents, his non-profit sessions, all the papers, the people who got arrested, the information he provided, all right there. I'm just going to show it to you, man, so that you know what you're dealing with. Then the choice is yours to make. And the only reason why is that one thing about this program right here, there ain't no faking when I speak. If I say somebody ain't right, you can take it to the bank. I got the proof. I can show it. I got lawyers. I can get sealed documents, anything I need to get. But I'm not here to just expose people. I'm here to teach people. See, he was able to exist in the street for a long time because he was giving information up to the federal government, the Eastern District of New York, and others. It's all right here. So he was able to exist for a long time. And so he was able to make his way into the entertainment business and do the things he did on the backs of people he was sending to the prison.
How'd you get all that shit?
It's not hard, man. It's very easy when you know the law, you know? But it's not even important no more because, to be honest with you, what I'm saying is it's only important because it's a lesson to be learned. Let nobody use you, and don't be a willing participant to want to be used either, because that's a lot your fault. Mm-hmm. It's really more your fault than it is Jimmy's fault. Mm-hmm. Jimmy wanted to get something out in the air because 50 lied on him. And he wanted to clear the air. You know what I'm saying? But 50 said other things about him, and he wasn't so quick to talk about it. And let's get to the root of some real stuff, and then we're gonna leave it alone. I sent word, right or wrong. I said, man, tell that dude, man, I said, you got paperwork on 50, man? Send that stuff to me, man. Let me see it. He ain't sent it, did he? Mm-hmm. If he'd have sent it, that paperwork would be right here on the Prince Miller show, showing 50 to be no good. But he never sent that work to this day. So he can't play that game with me. We're gonna leave it alone, mm-hmm. right?
Again, I have to ask, so in any way, to your knowledge, has 50 Cent cooperated when it came to that shooting where he got shot 9 times?
50 Cent never cooperated with anybody, and I would know if he did. I had the whole music industry investigation business locked down. I knew everybody who was talking to everybody. There was no way he cooperated. We took a shot at him. He didn't cooperate. Through his attorney, Bob Kalina, I tried to get him to, just say, if he could just say he was shot in his car and, whatever, he would not cooperate with us at all. And I think the reason why is one, he was playing the rules of the street. 2, he wouldn't have a career if he got caught cooperating. Guys have said he cooperated on an incident where he was stabbed, or somebody was stabbed, maybe it was Yayo in the studio. He didn't cooperate on that, these guys were gonna sue or something. One guy sued and won some money, who worked in the studio. They never cooperated.
And Mano was saying how, Jimmy Henchman was pressing you guys in the streets and everything else like that, and he really won that whole beef. G had real serious street beef with a lot of very serious
Well,
guys.
who?
Jimmy Henchman.
They got spanked. Nigga, is you crazy? They got spanked. What is wrong with you?
What do you mean they got spanked?
Yo, Vlad, please, trust me when I'm telling you this. I don't really want to go into all this, but they got spanked. What is wrong with you? Jimmy had his way.
You look at the paperwork, when you hear Henchman say, you know, niggas tricked him off the streets, all his codies told on him. All his co-defendants told on him. Nigga that drove him to shoot up my mom's crib told on him. And I don't like to keep bringing it up because I don't want to trick them off the streets. There's no way trick you off the streets. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Your codies told on you. Your phones was tapped. A lot of bullshit was going on, but you can't say niggas got spanked because the time that I seen him in Apollo and when he hit me with the Sock Passe, I could have said Sock Passe been a scared rapper and kept it moving.
I ain't got no friends. I ain't got no friends, just ops. I hate the kids and they pops. Red dot. In themselves, they don't celebrate cops. They do not. You working with them, then you one of them. A G. You not. With the pigs, you one of them. A G unite. Me against the world like Pac. Speaking on Pac, I got drama with the nigga that got him shot. Red dot. Who this bitch talking about? Saying I made it hot. Said the young boy sliding down them blocks. Not on my watch. Bitch, I'm a businessman. I get money. I mean a lot. You dot, red dot. Me against the world like Pac. They hate a lot. Ain't been the same since the shots. Heard them call me a menace. Thanks a lot. Niggas want my spot. Can't have my spot. Fuck the ops. I hate the kids and they pops. Red dot. In themselves, they don't celebrate cops. They do not. You working with them, then you one of them. A G. You not. If you working with the pigs, you one of them. A G. You not.
We can't be friends. Can we at least be enemies? When one of the laws say when you destroy completely. To the neighborhood, it says don't shoot him, kill him. Mm-hmm. But what does that mean? What it means in its purest form, the law means avoid altercations at all costs. It means if it's not worth killing him, don't even pursue it. Mm-hmm. So he stepped on your shoe. All right, yo, what's wrong with you? Say pardon me, man. You stepped on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't push the situation further than you have to push it because he stepped on your shoe. See, once it's a violation, if I'm working for my stuff to keep my stuff nice and you come over here and you step on my shit like it's nothing, like I'm nothing, and you step over, it's not the disrespect of the shoe that is creating the motivation. It's disrespect of me and who I am.
James Roseman, better known as Jimmy Henchman, could be facing serious danger behind bars. Whether you are new here or have been rocking with the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a drop. We need to get straight into this because Jimmy Henchman is not some random name in hip-hop history. A lot of newer fans may not fully understand how much power and fear surrounded James Roseman during his run in the music business. He moved like a major figure, built strong industry connections, and carried a reputation that made plenty of people think twice before crossing him. But that whole empire came crashing down when federal cases put him away for life. James Roseman is currently serving multiple life sentences tied to 2 separate criminal convictions. One case involved operating a multi-million-dollar trafficking organization, while the other involved a murder-for-hire plot. Now, fresh claims are raising a darker question. Could his past, his reputation, and the people connected to those cases be putting his life at risk inside prison right now? For anyone who does not know the backstory, James Roseman was convicted in connection with arranging a murder-for-hire targeting Lodi Mack. Rest in peace to Lodi Mack, who was connected to G Unit at the time. The case followed an alleged confrontation involving Roseman's teenage son and people linked to Tony Yayo. Those claims were disputed, never fully proven in public, and should be treated as allegations. Roseman was also convicted on drug trafficking and racketeering charges, which eventually put him behind bars for life, while his career with the game was still moving at full speed. I remember that era clearly. Jimmy Henchman was making serious industry plays before everything suddenly collapsed. But now we have to shift towards somebody many call a stand-up figure, Gerald Prince Miller, connected to the Supreme team. Supreme is serving life in federal prison, while his nephew, Prince Miller, has long been associated with that same crew and its history. This is where the story gets deeper, because Prince Miller is speaking on Jimmy Henchman in a way that could shake up the conversation, and the details he is putting out are definitely not light. What can I say? Prince Miller served 34 years behind bars and somehow came home after originally receiving 6 life sentences. Let that sink in for a second. 6 consecutive life terms. And he still found a legal path back outside. That is why people describe him as somebody who stood on business. He did his time, studied the law, learned how the system worked, and fought his case through the courts instead of simply giving up. Miller was federally convicted and sentenced in 1995 to 6 consecutive life terms without parole for racketeering, murder, and drug trafficking charges. After serving 34 years, he received compassionate release and was resentenced in September 2024. He had first been arrested in March 1990 and was later convicted over his leadership role in the Supreme Team, the notorious Queens-based drug organization. So Prince Miller was not watching that street life from the sidelines. He was deep in it, faced the consequences, and spent decades paying for those choices. But this story gets even more tangled. He also has a cousin known as Premi 2, or Kyle, who is the son of Supreme McGriff. Supreme was once viewed as one of the most powerful street figures in Queens, and that family connection adds another heavy layer to everything Prince Miller is now saying. Out in Baisley, those names once carried serious weight, but Kyle should have stayed completely clear of the situation involving Jimmy Henchman and 50 Cent. Back when most of this history was unfolding, he was far too young to understand the people, pressure, and consequences surrounding it. He may understand more today, but at that time, he was not part of the picture and should not be treated like he was. Sometimes family has to pull you aside and tell you to stay in your lane. That is why I respect how Gerald Prince Miller handled it. He was not just checking a younger relative, he was teaching him that speaking publicly on old street history without knowing the full story can drag you into dangerous business that was never yours. And I remember when 50 Cent took the situation online. You have to understand, the tension between G Unit and Jimmy Henchman goes back decades, with serious losses and painful history connected to that conflict. I cannot claim to know exactly what still drives either side after 20 or 25 years, but clearly that bad blood never fully disappeared. But one fact remains. Lodi Mack lost his life, and this conflict had real consequences. After that, 50 Cent took the story straight to the internet. I do not know where he got the information, who passed it to him, or whether he simply reposted something already circulating. Then came the claim, World put Jimmy on a gurney. World, a Brooklyn figure once linked publicly to Lil' Kim, was accused online of attacking Jimmy Henchman. But Jimmy quickly responded online, denying the story and making it clear that the rumor could not be trusted. That is when P2, also known as Premi 2, stepped into the spotlight.
Good, you good, right? And that joint is a false rumor, right?
False rumor all the way, man. I've been down 15 years and ain't nothing to me, man. And so, let's make sure that people are clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never been to no PC. I ain't never been ran up. Nothing ain't never happened to me. No, I ain't never even had an argument since I've been down. So all this stuff about this the second time this liar done put a rumor out there that I got stabbed up, right? I'm fine and well, brother. I'm in population. Ain't nothing wrong with me. It's all love over here, man.
He has made his issues with 50 Cent clear before, so his involvement immediately raised questions. Listen closely to this phone call, because speculation now suggests he may have been manipulated into pushing somebody else's narrative. We are getting into all of that next. Pay attention. So, as we can see, that story turned out to be false. Nothing happened to Jimmy Henchman, and reports said he was doing just fine. I need to break this down because Gerald Prince Miller has his own show and drops real wisdom over there. Make sure you check out the Gerald Prince Miller show and show him support. When Prince came home, his return made serious noise. Nas even hosted his homecoming party, and people were paying attention.
Conversation with a certain somebody, and it went viral, and we spoke about that. So you want to touch on that subject?
I also realized that you wanted to let him use your platform to get the message out, because in your mind, the enemy of an enemy is my friend.
But what matters here is the conversation he had with his cousin, P2, also known as Preemie 2. Prince sat him down and made it clear that getting involved in the Jimmy Henchman situation may not have been a very smart move. From the way P2 responded, it sounds like he understood the warning. Listen to what they said next. See, this is why Gerald Prince Miller's analogy hit so hard. His point was simple. If I dislike somebody and you believe Jimmy Henchman dislikes that person, then you might think teaming up makes sense. That appears to be the lane P2 stepped into. A younger man trying to learn the game, understand the politics, and prove where he stood, even though those conflicts were never his business. And we have to keep the history straight. As 50 Cent once rapped in Ghetto Quran, Preemie was the businessman and Prince was the killer. But in this conversation, Prince sounds like the one doing the homework. He is connecting details, questioning motives, and pointing out choices that could have placed Jimmy in a tighter situation. Because once you put the pieces together, one question stands out. Why did Jimmy not call his own son? His son had a louder voice and a closer connection to the situation. Did Jimmy avoid involving him because he was still trying to protect him, just as people believe he had done before? That question matters.
Just from a straight up, just common sense. That man has a son. His son is in the entertainment business, right? Mm-hmm. He loves his son, right? And his son, I think, is also managing Ice Spice, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So he has a son who's in the business, but he keeps his son shielded and out the way, especially after the thing that happened with his son. You know what I mean? So he's the type of person who's gonna protect his son, and he's gonna make sure that his son ain't involved in no foolery, because of the fact that he doesn't speak much. So if his son would have came out and said that, and he had every right to, behind everything that happened to him between G Unit and them and Henchman and them, he would have been the best person to speak up for his father. So I asked myself, and I wanted you to think about this, you should ask yourself, why would he use you?
Especially when Jimmy is serving another life sentence connected to actions prosecutors said were taken in response to what happened to his son. That is why Prince's message feels bigger than a disagreement. He is checking family, protecting family, and telling P2 that getting involved was a bad move. Pay attention to this. Gerald Prince Miller is showing exactly why people respect the way he thinks. This man is sharp, strategic, and clearly understands how paperwork and court records can change an entire situation. Remember, he found a legal path out after receiving 6 life sentences, so he knows how to study documents, spot weak points, and connect details that other people might miss. And his message to P2, also known as Premi 2 or Kyle, was direct: you got played. Prince believes P2 was pulled out of position and used because of his emotions. His question is simple. If Jimmy wanted this message pushed so badly, why did he not use his own son or speak through somebody closer to him? From Prince's perspective, Jimmy allegedly knew P2 already had anger toward 50 Cent and used that energy to amplify his own response. That left P2 standing in front of the controversy, while Jimmy stayed protected in the background. It is a messy look, especially when old street history and prison politics are mixed together. And this is where the story gets serious. Prince appears ready to discuss paperwork that he believes raises major questions about Jimmy Henchman's history with federal authorities.
Moving forward, I'm going to take you through all his documents, his 9 profit sessions, all the papers, the people who got arrested, the information he provided, all right there. I'm just gonna show it to you, man, so that you know what you're dealing with. Then the choice is yours to make. And the only reason why is that one thing about this program right here, there ain't no faking when I speak. If I say somebody ain't right, you can take it to the bank. I got the proof. I can show it. I got lawyers. I can get sealed documents, anything I need to get. But I'm not here to just expose people. I'm here to teach people. See, he was able to exist in the street for a long time because he was giving information up to the federal government, the Eastern District of New York, and others. It's all right here. So he was able to exist for a long time. And so he was able to make his way into the entertainment business and do the things he did on the backs of people he was sending to the prison.
How'd you get all that shit?
It's not hard, man. It's very easy when you know the law.
Those are accusations, not proven facts here, but inside a federal prison, even the label of being an informant can create real danger. Prince says the paperwork is thick, and what he reveals next could change the whole conversation. This is exactly why you mind your business and stay clear of situations that were never yours. Gerald Prince Miller gave Kyle a lesson here, and it was not light. Prince did decades behind bars, studied his case, challenged the system, and found his way home. So when he tells Kyle to stand down, that warning carries real weight. Once these allegations entered the conversation, everything started looking messy. Prince is claiming James Roseman worked as an informant for years and built his industry position by giving information on other people. That is an explosive accusation, but it still needs verified paperwork before anybody can present it as fact. I understand why people are reacting, because claims like that could completely change how Jimmy Henchman's rise gets viewed. Still, I want to see the actual documents, read them myself, and understand the full context before making a final call. Prince believes certain federal connections may help explain Jimmy's sudden climb through the industry, but belief alone is not proof. Even so, this accusation puts a whole new spotlight on Jimmy's past. I believe informants exist in music business, and some people may have built careers by giving information behind the scenes, but that is a serious claim, and without verified records, nobody should treat every rumor as truth. Now here is the question. James Roseman is reportedly housed at USP Pollock, where prison politics can get complicated. People often say paperwork follows you inside, so how has he managed to survive while these accusations continue growing? Does he have strong connections, protection, or enough influence to avoid trouble? Some claim he aligned himself with a religious group inside, but that proves nothing and should not be twisted into another accusation. The pressure could rise if Gerald Prince Miller releases documents that spread online. If those records show cooperation over 10 or 20 years, the reaction inside and outside prison could become intense. But until the paperwork is verified and shown in full context, these remain Prince Miller's allegations, not established facts, and there may still be pieces missing. How does somebody carrying accusations like these move inside a high-security federal penitentiary? Could all this attention place James Roseman in real danger? That is the question hanging over this entire story. Some people claim his religious connections inside may offer support because he has changed his life, but nobody on the outside truly knows how those relationships work. We also should not assume anyone is planning violence or that money automatically buys protection. What we do know is that serious accusations can create pressure, especially when documents begin circulating without full context. Gerald Prince Miller says he has a mountain of paperwork concerning Jimmy Henchman, and he also checked his cousin for jumping into a conflict that never belonged to him. That lesson is bigger than this one story. Stay focused, stay out of trouble, and do not let old grudges drag you into somebody else's mess. Now, I need to hear from the Dripzine family. Do you believe these allegations could affect how James Roseman is treated inside USP Pollock? Or is the internet running too far with unverified claims? Drop your opinion below, but keep it respectful. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Dripzine, and turn on your notifications so you never miss the next breakdown. This story is getting deeper, and we are watching every development because the next reveal could change everything. Salute.